the Death Studios of Arizona. Tonight, the big announcement. King of the Kings, Ryan Phillips, will be live with the MMA-Holes.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Welcome everybody to the stream. It's good to be here. It's good to be live. It's good to be
Wonderful, wonderful.
My name is Chris Mystic Moss, King of the Dragons, and I will be your host for the evening as we take you on this fantastic ride on YouTube. So make sure you hit that like button over here. You subscribe. If you're not subscribed, hit the notification bell as well. And let's get this party started. Big shout out to our sponsors, MyBookie.ag. The promo code is MMA-HOLES for 50% match on your first deposit. If you're going to bet on the NFL, NBA, NHL, MLB, whatever, UFC, use MyBookie.ag, promo code MMA-HOLES. Win big, millions. If you want to support the athletes out there or these influencers or whoever the hell is on Millions, go check it out. Link in the description down below. Buy their merch, buy their panties, buy their signed memorabilia, and be wonderful, wonderful. ESPN Plus, shout out to ESPN Plus. That's how you see the Contender Series. Tough. The UFC. There's a link in the description down below. Everyone that signs up with that link or buys a pay-per-view with that link actually helps out this show as well. So thank you for clicking the link. All right. We got a special show here tonight, okay? First off, by the way, MMA-Holes.tv, the website is launching very, very soon, so get ready for that. We'll tell you about that very soon. But UFC is this weekend. We're back, UFC Vegas 80. We're going to be doing a live reaction to that. Tonight, we'll dabble into some UFC stories. We'll talk about, whatever. But more importantly, you see the little thing over here. Let's go into our guest room. We're having a gentleman come back on the show. He's the King of Kings, okay? We're blessed with royalty tonight as we have a massive announcement. Yes, I'm going to say it. Power slap. We're going to be talking about it again tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, I want you to give a warm round of applause for King of Kings, Ryan Phillips.
Yes. How you doing, baby? What's up, Chris? Mystic Mouse, baby.
Welcome. I'm doing wonderful. And King of Kings, you're looking good tonight, man. You got the beard going, a nice, the hair is nice and smooth back. I mean, not smooth, but the head is nice and smooth. You got the sunglasses on, a blazer. Damn, you're looking good.
You got to look good. It's business as usual. We're coming up with some very, very special announcements tonight. I got something great I think all of you are going to like. And, we're putting Power Slap on the map. And it's just great that we're bridging the gap between the MMA fans and the slap fans now with, your help, Chris. I appreciate it.
Well, listen, here's the thing, and I'm going to be as honest and transparent as possible because I'm not the type of guy that's just going to blow smoke up people's asses or be a shill or any of that stuff here. But I like you, Ryan. You're a great guy. You're actually a really cool dude, and I'm interested. I'm invested in you. I'm not even invested in Power Slap yet. I've watched the, like we spoke about last time, I've watched it before, and I'm on the fence. I teeter-totter. I've been shocked and amazed, and then I've been like, I don't know what I'm watching here. But when we got to talk to you the last time, I was like, well, this is kind of interesting. The unfortunate part, last time you were injured, but now it seems like you are cleared, right?
Oh, yeah, baby. I'm 100% cleared, ready to slap and trap. But, I appreciate that coming from you. It's really great to have people behind me and supporting me, and who better than you in the MMA holes, man. And I greatly appreciate you guys. I had a great time last night in the chat. It was just a great time. If you ever want to come on MMA holes chat, just make sure you pay $12. You pick the I'm Coming song, and Mystic Moss will put you on the show. That's how it works.
Yes, if you play that donation, you are a lock to be on the show for sure. That was nice to have you hang in the chat last night. We watched the Contender Series. It was a blast. And you're a UFC fan as well, on top of what you're doing over here. Do you watch all the Contender Series too?
Yeah, I tried to catch the Contender Series. I was blessed enough to go on episode 1 of this season and actually watch it live, which was incredible. But yeah, I'm a big fan of Contender. Those guys are super hungry, and it's when you have two super hungry guys, that makes the best matches, man. It does not fail.
You know, before we get into this massive announcement, I want to get behind the scenes here because I did notice, like, when you do get invited back to these events and you were coaching over there, you're friendly with all the guys, and, you know, you're rubbing elbows with some of the coolest people out there. You know, you got Cowboy Cerrone's to the beautiful-breasted Nina Drama. Who is someone that you have been completely starstruck, you know, in your experience over there behind the scenes of Power Slap?
Wow, that's a great question. I usually don't get starstruck. I try to treat everyone as human beings, flesh and blood, no matter how much money you have, how much clout you have. I always try to treat people the same with respect. If you disrespect me, you know, you get what you get. You can see DQ Chris. We had the week of DQ with DQ Chris a couple weeks ago. You know, he started the fire and I stomped it out, per se. And, you know, Crying Crespo, I got a lot of beef with him going on. But, you know, starstruck, who would I say? I want to say Chuck Liddell a little bit, but talking to that guy was so difficult that it just completely turned me off. And I really just was like, Chuck Liddell.
Is he like...
Dana White, I mean, of course, Dana White. But this is the problem with me meeting Dana White. The first time I met him was the face-off with the One-Eyed Wolf. And in my head, I was just going nuts. I was like, what am I going to do? You know, I've never done a big face-off like that before. And, you know, I ran up on stage. Dana White stuck his hand out. I grabbed his hand, and I was like, what's up? And then I got right into Wolf's face. And I don't remember seeing Dana White at all, man. It was I have to keep reminding myself he was there.
That has got to be something crazy, right? Because if you think about, like, Dana White, I mean, what he is to the UFC, I mean, he is the UFC. It would be really strange to consume that product and not look forward to the post-fight media scrums or just Dana leading up to fights, screaming at everyone because he's deaf, you know, like all that fun stuff. Like, we need Dana. Dana's great. So when you get a chance to work on something that is Dana's baby, right? I mean, I know he's not completely running it, but he's basically one of the big driving forces of Power Slap, right? When you get a chance to meet this guy, that was the first experience running into him?
Yeah, that was my first experience.
God.
That the first handshake, everything was me running up on stage and getting in the face of the One-Eyed Wolf. I grabbed it, and it sucks because I was on like an adrenaline rush, so sometimes I don't know my own strength, and I know I grabbed Dana's hand pretty hard because I was ready to go. And the funny thing is, too, is when I got into Wolf's face, obviously, you know, I'm ready to kill, and yeah, Dana got right in the middle of us with his arms, his big old arms, holding us back with the Cardone 10X, and you know, he pushed me. Hey, I'll tell you what though, I'm a big guy. You know, I'm usually weighing around 250, 260. Dana White held me back with one arm, man. That guy's tough.
Yeah, I mean, this guy's in phenomenal shape. He posted a picture where he was just jacked. Like, it's crazy, man. The guy's in his 50s, and he's just completely changed his lifestyle, and he's shredded. It's nuts, man. How tall is Dana White? He's got to be over 6 foot, right?
I would say, because we kind of see eye to eye, so I would say he's around probably 5'10".
Mm-hmm. Here we go. I'm going to pull
5'10".
Okay. So yeah, here's a picture of a face off on your Instagram. Go follow King Ryan _King_Ryan Phillips.
Yeah, look at his face.
So that's the first time, right?
That's it right there.
Oh,
that's
my
the moment.
Dude, that is so freaking funny. Yeah, Dana's just like, what do we do? I think inside he's saying cha-ching, right? I think he knows.
No, I heard him go, holy fucking shit, when I ran up there. He was like, holy fucking shit.
Yeah, I gotta wonder if Dana White is like, I'm in over my head with this thing. I'm all in with this. What is going on? Like, it is craziness. Like, every time I see videos of people in the crowd, it seems like a blast, but it's just the look of shock in people's faces when people are dropping. I mean, it's impossible not to be in shock when you see that. Have you ever have you ever stepped back and said, what am I involved in right now? Like, what's going on?
Yes, plenty of times. Like, what am I doing? Honestly, this is one of the most brutal sports out there. It's just something I never thought I would. If you asked me 10 years ago that I would be in a slap fighting UFC league, I would have been like, what the hell are you talking about, man? I probably would have stopped talking to you. But Yeah, look at that chubby cheek on the left right there. You see that?
So that's after you got popped?
Yeah, that was after my match with Crying Crespo.
Okay. There we
blew
go.
Blew out my bicep. I had an injury right there, big injury. But yeah, I mean, I always pinch myself. You know, it's just so crazy because it's, you know, it's big. Don't get me wrong, it's really big. When I was performing and when we had like the season 1 and all the mystery surrounding us, you know, we were getting millions of views here and there. You know, I have a couple videos that are just blowing up, like 70 million views. But you know, it kind of slowed down and it kind of like came into like not a lull, I want to say, but we're seeing that, you know, there's not enough. I don't want to say there's not enough star power, but we need some big stars. But man, when I come back, you know, I got you guys behind me. I got a lot of people behind me, some influencers behind me. You know, we're going to blow this thing up. I'm going to give you guys one hell of a performance. I am so freaking, I got, like I told you before in our first interview, I got blue balls the size of Jupiter, baby. And I'm coming in hot. I'm going to release all over that stage, all over my opponent, all over Dana in the front row. It's going to be like Gallagher hitting a fucking watermelon, bro. I'm spraying them down. But I'm going to give you guys one hell of a fucking show. And it's going to be something to remember.
It's funny, man. I'm actually glad we got a chance to meet you because honestly, like I was so checked out, right? And I see someone in the chat saying it's not a sport, it's a pain endurance competition. Like you get shit like that all the time, right? What would you say to counter that?
Like that, well, I mean, it is a sport. I mean, how can you say it's not a sport when, you know, it's two guys competing against each other? If you look up the definition of a sport, it hits every note. I mean, I train, honestly, I've been training 5 days a week. I've been working out 3 hours a day at some points. You know, I'm not working out with just normal people either. You know, I got some professional trainers that are working with Stipe. I mean, I've been in the gym while Stipe's been in the gym. You know, I've been in the gym with some killers, UFC fighters. One of my good friends is Alexa Kamer. Unfortunately, he's no longer in the UFC, but the guy's a bad motherfucker. You know, getting hit by him is not fun. You know, there's just a ton of stuff that I've done that an athlete would do. You know,
Mm-hmm.
a normal person wouldn't do a lot of the stuff that I'm doing right now. So I don't know how you can't say I'm an athlete. You know?
Well, that's the thing. Like, what is an actual sport? It's a competition between two people, right? And there is some sort of skill, even though it seems barbaric and you got doctors coming out there saying this and that. I mean, people were saying the same shit with the UFC back in the day. It was human cockfighting. It's not a real sport. It's barbaric. The same, like you're seeing the same thing. Now, I understand what people are saying because they're fearful of injury. They don't want to see you guys get hurt. And right before I went live, I was just scrolling through a little power slap stuff, and I noticed the doctor was explaining why this is very dangerous. So like, what are the precautions? I know this is season 5 now, right? That's coming out, or
Power Slap 5. Yes.
Okay.
This will be the 5th pay-per-view.
Gotcha.
Per se.
Okay, so this is going about, and how many weeks would this be?
Weeks. Shit, we've been around.
No, I'm saying,
I mean, honestly,
the 5th Power Slap season. Like, how long is that going to last, or is it just like one event?
Oh no, this is just an event.
Okay.
So I was on the TV show. That's a different story in and of itself. That's like the Ultimate Fighter of Power Slap. You know what I mean?
Okay.
But these numbered events are pay-per-views, like a UFC 300, or
Gotcha.
a UFC 200. So it's a a 2 or 3 hour event on Rumble, live and free. You can download the Rumble app. It's live. You can check it out. It's a great event. It's something that's growing. It's something that's going to be something of a UFC in and of itself. I'm sure a lot of people, once they get, it's hard to say because it's such a violent sport. You're really seeing guys get knocked out. But here's the thing too, is that, we have the best medical staff money can buy, man. I mean, when I hurt my arm, I was in the office of the Browns doctor right away. Like 2 days when I got home from Vegas. The Browns doctor's taking care of me. My physical therapist is she's a doctor, physical therapist, psychologist. She's the smartest woman I've ever met, and I'm being taken care of great. So, I mean, we're safe. It's a brutal sport, but we're always being checked up on before we even do our event. We get 2 MRIs, X-rays, make sure we're okay. And no other organization of slap fighting does that. Not to name any slap fighting organizations, but there are only a few, and they don't do any of that. They'll let you get knocked out 3 times in one night and ask you to get back up to go again. So, power slap is where it's at.
Gotcha. So and forgive us for being casuals over here, but I think it's interesting because I've seen some of these other interviews. These people know what they're talking about. I don't. I'm just being completely honest with you. I have no idea what the hell I'm talking about.
Ask away, brother. So this is why I'm here.
I'm going to be talking to you like a complete dummy, okay?
Do it, brother.
Because a lot of people in my chat probably have no idea what the hell's going on. But Rumble,
I see your chat's blowing up. They're asking me if I've had any of the ring girls on the couch. Have I stared down the one-eyed snake? I mean, I'm loving the chat. Well, I'm laughing inside.
Well, that's a great question. Now, the last time we spoke, I think you were on a break relationship-wise, or I can't remember. Are you single, or are you spoken for?
No, I'm single. That girl broke up with me because I'm a slap fighter.
Okay.
It was a very odd situation, but I put her on block. I tried hitting her up again to see if maybe we can work things out, but ended up putting her on block. So.
Okay. Smart move, because here you are, you're back in the game here. Power Slap 5's coming around, and, things are about to get a little crazy. We're going to talk about this announcement really soon, but I just want more questions here. I want to tease people a little bit. Make sure you guys hit the like button. I know this is not our typical program where we're talking MMA or, other combat sports, but this is something new and interesting, and I'll tell you why I'm invested in this after the announcement, okay? I'll tell you, there's a little payoff over here, okay, guys? So Ryan, I noticed when you put out these social media posts and this and that, you see some very interesting people checking out your posts. You're making really good connections, and someone like Nina Drama, who is also catching a lot of heat as well, but she's out there just doing her thing. She's like connected with the UFC. She's working with Power Slap. She's very good on social media. What is your relationship with her? Because I noticed you guys put like a little bit together.
Yeah, we did the Power Slap mobile commercial together. We've done numerous things together. I've known her since she came to the house when I lived on the show, and we did a trivia game that's on YouTube. You can see, she's just when I first saw her, I was like, geez, she's a bombshell. She's absolutely gorgeous. I was like, yeah, wonder why she's here, right? You got MMA fans, you got guys that are, testosterone filled. You bring in a hot chick. I mean, that's going to get you views no matter what, brother. I mean, come on. Everyone wants to see Nina. But, getting to know her, she is a super, super genuine person, a hard worker, really takes care of the athletes on her own accord. She uses her platform to help us.
I was going to say, how does she take care of you guys? Like pleasure you guys, or is it, you're saying social media?
No, not. I mean, she has a boyfriend.
I just messing.
So no pleasuring. But
she takes care of all of us well. No,
but no,
okay.
she uses her platform.
Yeah.
She gets us on there. She interviews. I mean, she interviewed Sean Strickland when no one wanted to.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like, she takes those risks, and she's a very hard worker. She's extremely dedicated to making good content. She takes things very seriously, and overall, when you get to meet her, she's just a ray of sunshine, man. She's a great person. A big shout out to Nina. Love her to death, man.
Yeah, a lot of people that the UFC's hooking up with, whether it's Nina or the Nelk. Have you run into the Nelk boys at all?
Yeah, a little bit. They're I don't know about those guys.
Okay, tell me what was your experience with them?
Well, I mean, Steve Will Do It was trying to get the guys after their matches to take shotguns with them and stuff like that, and I thought that was pretty disrespectful to Dana, having the guys drinking while on camera, in front of it's something that they really cracked down on. They started telling the athletes if they did it, they would hold their checks. So it was a pretty big deal. So
wow. So these guys are about to compete. Is before or after the competition?
After, like, say a guy would get a knockout, Steve Will Do It will be at the bottom of the ramp with a happy dad ready to shotgun with the boys, which is cool, and I love it. but not the right time and the place. And like I said, I thought it was a little bit disrespectful.
Yeah, it is weird. Like we've seen it in the UFC too. Like Sean O'Malley will hop on the cage, or Tuivasa, and they'll throw a shoe up there, pour some alcohol in it, and it's a big thing. It goes viral, this and that. But it is weird. You want to make it like a legit sport. So I could understand how that could rub some people the wrong way.
You know, I mean, UFC, throwing the shoeies and stuff like that. Those guys are already established. They're good to go. That's what they're known for, right? With us, we're not open to the public. We're a private party. We're only doing this with influencers or family members and friends. There's no one else there. So everything is on camera. We're trying to build the sport up. We really don't want to look like a bunch of buffoons. You know what I mean? We're trying to build a legitimate sport. So having that kind of situation arise, where they're trying to run a tight knit show and get everything going. Then you have Steve will do it disrupting the party with his happy dads. I don't know. Maybe I'm just being old school and old fat. I'm an old guy. I don't know.
Yeah. No, I get what you're saying over there. At the end of the day, these kids are like, dude, we're cool with Dana White, so we're going to push the boundaries as far as we can. I would do the same thing if I was them. I really would. But I could understand the other side, too, where it's just like, come on, man. Like, we're trying to get this off the ground here. Like, what are you doing?
Right. I mean, but see, what it was really doing was actually harming the athletes because USADA is right there watching you. And you can't do stuff like that. In front of the people that drug test you and alcohol test you. It's like they don't even let you have caffeine in the locker room, bro. It's like you can't even have a Monster before your match. So that's how strict it is. Then you got happy dads being thrown everywhere, and jeez.
So that's interesting. So you guys are drug tested?
Oh yeah, we're everything that a professional MMA fighter gets.
Interesting. So has USADA just pulled up at your house randomly?
No, I don't have a reason for them to. My levels are always good, but people have, yes.
Okay, so if someone is suspect or someone's like, "Hey, I don't know about this person," they'll just pop up and test you. Oh, interesting. Absolutely. And so I never knew this caffeine thing because I was actually always fascinated about this with the UFC. Like, I wonder if people are just on a bunch of Red Bull before they hop into a cage to get that energy out. But are you saying you can't have any energy drinks before you compete?
No energy drinks. You can't have an energy drink in the locker room at all. Not one. It's crazy.
That's interesting. So what about in the UFC? Do you know if that's the same thing?
Yeah, absolutely. It's a USADA thing.
I just learned something new here. Look, we've been covering this sport for how long? I had no idea. That makes sense. So you can't have any energy drinks.
It's cool. It's cool because it's that serious. I mean, caffeine does give you a little bit of a boost. It helps with focus. It helps with energy. So it's something that they're strict on. And I personally, I like when things are uniformed like that. I like when it's taken seriously. A lot of people think, oh, we're not weight cutting, or we're not trying to do this, or we're not professionals, or it's not a sport like you said before. But as you can see, once you start unraveling and peeling it back and learning about it, you can see this is a very serious sport.
In the chat, they asked about coffee. What about coffee?
No coffee.
Wow, dude, that's crazy, man. I just learned something here. That's wild. You can't have any caffeine at all. And how would they just watch you guys, make sure that there's nothing being done, nothing gets.
I've been yelled at because I was a coach and I wasn't competing, so I'm like, just walking around with a Monster all willy nilly. And then I get into the freaking locker room and the guy stiff arms me. He's like, "Get up! Like, put that down!" And I'm like, "Ah!" And I throw it away like a grenade and like run and like, yeah. No, they're serious, man.
Dude,
they're very
wild.
serious. But you can have caffeine in the day. But once you get in that locker room and you're about to go, there's no caffeine whatsoever.
So do you see a bunch of guys lined up outside just like pumping caffeine into their system before?
Oh no, no, I've never seen that. But it's not really any weird rituals. I mean, we're usually just like sitting there waiting to go, or hitting, slapping the bag or whatever we can, to practice.
What about and I see in the chat good questions in the chat, drugs. Like, what about like, do they test you for like you can't smoke weed or do some blow like?
Yeah, no blow.
Okay.
We've had a guy actually suspended and cut from the league for testing positive for the yayo. But We have marijuana. See, marijuana is a weird thing that I'm not really too familiar with right now because we've only been competing in Las Vegas.
Mm-hmm.
So every state has a different sort of regulatory system. So, I know New York is completely banned. Like you can't, even though they're recreational, you can't smoke weed at any sort of like MMA event or anything like that. So I'm thinking that I'm not going to be able to smoke weed if we travel there or any other place that's strict like that. But Las Vegas, they don't give a shit. I mean, it's the city of sin.
And so Dana's been upping the pay. I noticed he's doing bonuses, and he's so he's also saying that you guys could be traveling as well. It's gonna be a moving show. So first off, talk about the pay here. The first Power Slap event that they had, what was the pay for that?
I mean,
ballpark.
For me, see, that's the thing. Like, I don't really want to speak on behalf of that because I got different.
Okay.
I actually negotiated. A lot of the guys went in with no management or no one to really help them out, and they would get paid the minimum. Like, I would say the minimum for the and that's another thing too is I was actually before the first one, so I was on the qualifier, which wasn't even televised or not even shown because it was like a no holds barred event. Like it was literally like blood sport, man. It was the craziest shit. But when
you went into that, were you like, what, like, did you know that was gonna, like, did they basically say, hey, this is what we're trying to do here, this is the idea, we're gonna go in here, we're gonna get some qualifications, you're gonna be on a reality show, or were you in the dark?
No, well, for me, I was lucky because the guy I talked to, like, broke out his credentials. Like, I knew he was from the UFC. Like, he wasn't fucking around. Mm-hmm. A lot of people didn't get that. A lot of people were just there thinking they're just going to do some event. And then all of a sudden, we're in the UFC PI, and they're like, what the fuck is going on? And then Dana White pops out, and they're like, what the fuck is going on? And everyone's like, what is going, just like everyone's mind's blown. And I mean, my mind was blown even, I mean, I knew it was the UFC's type deal, but you're still like, what's going to happen. But then you start seeing like superstars, like Weili Zhang just walking around or Tony Lopez, who's a bare knuckle legend, actually competed in Power Slap at one point, and he was there and I knew him, and I'm like, whoa, these are, big people that are doing this. And but no, I mean, it was the very first event was, like I said, it was like blood sport. We just went to some secret place for the Kumite, walking down alleyways, fighting CIA agents, and then going and doing a tournament of death.
Oh my God! So you kind of had an idea what's going on, but other people, when you were looking at those people's reactions, you must have been dying. Like, hey, guess what you signed up for, right?
well, yeah. I would tell them, I'm like, this is for the UFC, man, and they're like, no, it's not. I don't believe you.
So they were in denial even up until they were about to compete.
Yeah.
Wow, man.
Yeah.
So it kind of gave you an edge.
Well, I mean, like the first 2 days we were there, we just chilled in the hotel, and then they started like picking us up to go to like meetings and like the doctors get tested and stuff like that, and then we went to the PI for like our actual like fighters meetings and stuff, and I think that's when everyone was like, whoa, this is way bigger than anything that we thought was happening.
Yeah, so I had to give you a little bit of a one-up on these guys. You went into this with the mindset of knowing, okay, this is a big deal. Everyone else is like, hey, this will be fun. Like, they're probably no clue what's going on. So I had to give you some sort of edge.
I mean, I really, I'm going to be 100 with you guys. I went there just thinking it was going to be a vacation. Gotcha. I was going for a free paid Vegas vacation. Uh-huh. And, I love slap fight, and I've been training for slap fight for years, so I knew I was good at it. I wasn't really worried, but yeah, as soon as like Dana White walked through the door and was like, "What's up, guys?" and he's like, "This is what we're doing. I'm making this happen. I'm gonna blow it up. I'm gonna put this amount of money into it. I ain't fucking around. Don King, who fuck Showtime. He was going off." And I'm just standing there in awe, and my eyes are just wide open. I got a boner and sweatpants popping, and it was just the craziest experience, man. That week for the qualifiers was honestly one of the craziest things I've ever been a part of.
Yeah, I bet. Oh my God, dude, that'd been so. I would love to be a fly on the wall. Any of those meetings, I would love to be a fly on a wall where he's just giving the fighters a pep talk. You know,
Yeah.
like I
It
can't.
was good. It was really good, man. I got a picture of him standing because they lined us all up in the hallway of the Apex, and we're all standing there, single filed line, 2 lines, and then Dana just comes in, just walks right down the middle, and just says hi to everyone, and then he starts talking, and he's got these big ass the Rock looking bodyguards next to him, and it's just so surreal, man.
Dana's like a cartoon character. He's not even like a real human anymore. Like, it's really weird. Like, he's morphing into something like out of this world. It's really strange. But people like, it's weird. Like, when I see people shitting on Dana when we were doing our Contender Series thing last night, and people are not liking Dana. It's like, I mean, he's a promoter. Like, I don't understand why people are. It's his job. Like, his job is to basically lie. His job is to pump up things that are kind of, you know, a little embellished. Like, that's what he does. I mean, right?
Yeah, I mean, that's how you promote, right? You got to kind of, you know, indulge and, you know, boost it up a little bit. But, you know, some of the things that he's saying, like, I rewatched our interview, or not an interview, but when I was in the chat yesterday, you were kind of surprised that he said we have more cameras than the NFL.
Yeah, explain this to me, because I don't believe that.
Right, but it's crazy. You know, I got to thinking about it, and it's like, man, I think we do. We may, because we got 2 cameras in the table that you don't see that are in the table. There's cameras like all around the stage. There's like 4 or 5 different camera guys running around. There's things in the rafters. I mean, there's cameras everywhere, man. Like, it's crazy. So I don't know. I don't, you know, it's far-fetched, but a lot of the times, you know, even, you know, how he said we're bigger than the NFL, NHL, F1 all combined or something like that.
The social media thing, that comment that he made about, dude, that was hilarious. But I mean, if it's true, you know, more power to him. But I it's tough for me to wrap my head around.
Right. It is, because it's really crazy. But you look at the views that we're getting, let's say on like TikTok, we have 2 videos that are half a billion views.
Wow. So TikTok is huge, right? It seems like your sport is tailor-made for those quick, you know, shorts and those viral reels or whatever.
I mean, and then you put the numbers of the NFL and you combine them up, they're not anywhere near half a billion. And we got 2 videos that are half a billion.
Yeah.
2. So it's like it's I don't know if he's really sensationalizing it. I think he's telling the truth.
So that's the thing. The problem is he is telling the truth, but he's saying it in a way that sounds outlandish, because people are thinking TV ratings. People are thinking, you know, traditional consumption of media or sports.
Yeah.
Where he's talking about 2023, the era of TikToks, whatever the hell, Snap or whatever the fuck, you know, streaming service that is.
The shorts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is a big deal. Like, I've said this before too, like, you guys are free on Rumble, and I think that the pay-per-view motto is going to be a thing of the past, because you can monetize on social media. You could show events for free with sponsorships and the right amount of viewage. You know, you can really sell those events, and it seems like they're fine with just doing it on Rumble for free. It's crazy.
I mean, nothing's for free. We got a great contract with Rumble. 2 years, about $100 million. So, I mean, it definitely, we're making money somehow. This sport is great because there's really not a lot of overhead. I mean, they're using the Apex, which is working out fine. The stages they already have, you know, they're just paying really the fighters and the medical staff and, you know, the things that make the gears move at this point. So, I mean, Dana's happier than ever. You said it yourself, when he starts talking about power slap, he doesn't stop. It's his baby.
He loves it.
You know, the smile on his face and the joy that he's bringing is it's really infectious, and it's hey, he's putting everything he's got, and who better, Dana White and the Fertittas.
And are the Fertittas in this as well? Oh wow.
We brought the Fertittas out of retirement.
Dude, like, I mean, you think the UFC, no Fertittas, there's no UFC. I mean, I understand Dana White, you know, was a big part of that, but wow, so they're part of it. How big of a part? And just investors again, or do they have actual say?
They're investors. I'm sure they have say. I did see Lorenzo at an event. Dana told me that it's really hard to even get him to come out at all, and for him to be at these events, it's a big deal.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, he's probably got his hand in the cookie jar a little bit, especially if that's what Dana's saying, you know.
This is interesting. Guys, if you just jump into the chat, we got a little different special edition of the MMA-Holes. We got King of Kings, Ryan Phillips here, live. Big announcement coming up very, very soon. We're discussing the ins and outs, and we're getting some very interesting information about Power Slap. And like I said in the beginning of the stream, the reason why I'm invested now is because of you. And I feel like it's like that with the UFC as well. Like I feel like these fighters really sell themselves. They market themselves. You start falling in love with them as a person, and you're like, you know what? I can back this human being. You guys are literally. Is there ever going to be a time when you're doing this in your underwear, or are we going to keep the uniform?
I would love to do it in my underwear. That would be special, wouldn't it? God.
What's the reasoning? So I mean, it is weird because they're like, the UFC, you know what we need? We need underwear and 4-ounce gloves, Like, so with Power Slap, do you think they're ever going to say, hey, guys, listen, to really take this to the next level, you guys are going to have to get naked? Like, you think that's going to happen?
I'm sure Pornhub's going to release something of that sort. But I don't know about me. I would probably have to say no to that. But I will definitely put on a lion leotard and get up there. As the rules are progressing, we have been becoming more lenient with, like, say, the shoes that we wear.
Okay.
We used to have only one pair of shoes. Now they're letting us be whoever we want. We can wear Nikes, custom shoes, Adidas, whatever we want. So is there a time where maybe we're going to ditch the uniforms? It's possible. I would like, a differentiation in the uniforms a little bit. Like, I don't know if you guys have touched the Power Slap mobile game at all.
I have not. And I got to be honest with you, like, when I heard there was a game coming out, I laughed. I was like, what do you do? Like, all right, explain this game to me. How does this work?
It's actually pretty. I was the same way. I'm not gonna lie. I was skeptical. I'm like, God damn it, a mobile game.
Are you in the game?
It's a mobile game.
Are you in it though? Are you in the game?
Coming soon. Yes.
Oh, okay.
I will be in the game.
That's cool. Okay.
Yeah. So, but the I mean, you press a button. There's like a meter that, like, it goes up, and you have to get it in the green, and then you have to, like, line it up. It's actually very fun. I have a great time with it. I find myself picking up my phone and playing it, which is, I'd never do that. So
no
it is actually a good game. I'm not even saying that being a company man. I saw someone say I'm a good company man. Appreciate that, but I'm not even being that. I actually like the game. It's good.
Listen, if I was involved, like, for instance, if there was a YouTube podcast game, I don't care how shit it is, I would download it because I'm involved in it. That's how I would. I mean, of course, I would download it. You know what's funny? When Dana White said that app, and of course, best downloads ever, like the way he talks about the app, it's like it broke all the records. That's the best thing that Dana does. I love when he says that. Yeah, but you know what's funny? Yeah. I went into the chat, and I was like, how many of you motherfuckers downloaded that app? And sure enough, people were raising their hand in the chat. Chat right now, let me know. People wanted to see what it was. They wanted to give it a shot. So,
cool.
I mean, maybe he's right about that too. Maybe people are downloading it, Guilty pleasure.
Like I said, like, Dana White's, he's not a liar. He's not a liar. I can tell you that. I usually, when I confront someone, I can tell if they're gonna, be a bullshitter, or if they're a con artist or anything like that. And I've had plenty of interactions with Dana. And Dana, me and him, sometimes I'll text him, like, congratulations off his story. He'll get back to me. He'll actually text me like a normal person, which is fucking cool. He's very down to earth,
cool.
which was probably the most surprising thing is that he's really that down to earth. But he really is a genuine guy. He doesn't bullshit. He may sensationalize, and it sounds like he's like sensationalizing, but when you get down to it and you actually look at it, it's like, no, he's not really lying about that, So
you know what it probably is? It's probably he's telling the truth, but he's bending it in a way where it feels like it's not realistic. Right. I like to give him the benefit of the doubt because I'm a fan. I think without Dana White, the UFC's not as fun, So I am a fan, at the end of the day. So maybe I am a little bit of you can't call me a shill. I don't work for the fucking guy. But I mean, I get it. I kind of get what he's doing. But like you're saying, the way you're describing this, it does make sense that, he might be telling the truth, but it just sounds so obnoxious that you're like, this can't be real, And he's just at the end of the day laughing at everybody.
You hit the nail on the head right there. It's not that everyone hates Dana White. It's just that he has such a meteoric rise. I mean, Dana, if you're watching, I'm sorry, but Dana back in the day, he had he had the balding hair. He was a little pipsqueak. He wasn't the brash I'm here type guy. I'm muscle bound. He's completely changed himself, really. But I think a lot of his growth is being so personable with some of his fighters, and you think about it, he's dealing with people like Jorge Masvidal, who is a guy who fought bare knuckle in people's backyards. He's not the greatest person in the world, but him and Dana work great together. And it's like, I'm sure that's how Dana keeps his groundedness, is by hanging out with people like us. You know what I mean? So
I tell you what, there's a couple of guys that are attached to the UFC that I would love to hang with. Dana seems like one of them. He seems like just a fucking, there are guys I want to fucking go to a club with. John Jones, Conor McGregor, I'm in. I want to go to the club with those guys, do all the fucking blow. I never done blow before, but let's go. Go to a dinner, Dana White. I would want to sit down with Dana White and fucking eat a steak, even though I'm a chicken guy, believe it or not. But I would love to just fucking pick that guy's brain, because he seems like such an interesting human being. Have you ever had, with Power Slap, have you had the fancy dinner? Get around with everybody, the upper echelon?
I did, yes. I've had the fancy dinner with not with Dana though, with our equivalency of what Dana is to the UFC. Our president, Frank Lemicella. Frank is right now he's a little bit behind the scenes, but I think that's because he's working very hard. But I'm trying to push him to get an Instagram and become more of a Dana White, style person, right?
Yeah.
Which would probably bring a little bit more excitement, having a brash, president. But no, we went out to dinner. He was like, get whatever you want. It was like a $1,000 bill. It was nuts. The food was good, but I'm a guy who can go to Texas Roadhouse and enjoy a 21-ounce or pouncer, bro. It doesn't take much.
I'm the same way. You put me in an Italian restaurant where that's give me some cheap pasta. I'm good to go, man.
Boom.
that's my style. But ladies and gentlemen, if you're just jumping in, we're here with King Ryan Phillips. Okay, we're talking about a little bit of the behind the scenes stuff. I got a donation that slipped through here. Let's play this.
Super chat.
This is from Power Structure.
Question for Ryan. How is your defense?
How is your defense?
My defense is probably the best in the league. I was not really supposed to divulge too much information, but I was actually chosen as one of the people to test something new that's involved with defense. That's how good my defense is.
I noticed your defense here. It looks like there's a tortilla slapping against your head. Is this part of the defense?
Oh!
I mean, this looks pretty painful over here. What is happening here, Ryan?
Oh, well, training, brother. That's how we train. Tortilla slaps for days. The infinite tortilla slap. You see me there? I'm asking to get it harder. You know what I mean? I'm no chump.
And I noticed now you're throwing the left hand here. Now, aren't you a righty?
Yeah, the shot was different. We couldn't get a good shot on the rock.
Gotcha.
But that doesn't mean I'm not going to, rule out the left either. If something happens to my right arm, I'm coming in with the left. So I train both.
Gotcha. And let's see, it's a couple more things over here. This is on your Instagram to get behind the scenes training. Here is
yes.
Okay, looks
delicious.
Pretty. Okay, what we got here? Oh my, the accuracy, bro.
Boom. God, happy birthday, baby.
Now, that person does look familiar that you're with over there. Who, if you could explain, who is that is helping you out?
That's my guy, Dawson. He's just a great person overall. I've been blessed to meet such great and genuine people, such as yourself, Chris. But Dustin's a great guy. He's from Texas. He does the Real Eyes Recognize podcast with Kevin Holland and Terrence McKinney.
Gotcha.
So you can see him on there. I feel like I'm a part of their crew. I don't want to officially say anything until they tell me, but I feel like I'm a part of their crew. Kevin Holland, I got to chill with Terrence McKinney a couple weekends ago. And it's, for me, my big thing is getting the MMA people to give us a watch. You know what I mean? Try to bridge the gap. And I think it's coming together nicely, and you can see, I'm hanging out with those guys, and it's pretty awesome.
What does Terrence and Kevin Holland think about Power Slap? What are their thoughts? Have you converted them?
Kevin Holland's all about it now. I think he's coming to Power Slap 5. I'm trying to get him to go. Terrence McKinney, he's all about it. Terrence McKinney is a great motherfucker. Like, I actually am. I wasn't the biggest fan of his, just because I kind of fell off watching UFC for a while there, and that's when he was coming up. But getting to know him and shit, he had one of the fastest knockouts in history of the UFC, and I gotta respect that. But he's a badass, man. I like Terrence McKinney. Definitely a great guy.
Yeah, he seems like a really good dude. We were supposed to have him on. I might have to have you help us out, lock this up. Well, with Kevin Holland too. I got millions saying that they were going to get us Kevin, but maybe I should go through you. How well do you know Kevin?
Unfortunately, Kevin, he's that superstar, man.
Yeah.
He's at the top of the mountain. So talking to Kevin, I've gotten to talk to him on the podcast, but I never got to talk to him personally.
Okay.
But T-Rex messages me back, and he's really cool. But I can ask the guys for sure.
Yeah. I want to talk both of those guys. Like even T-Rex, we were supposed to have him on, but like scheduling things, it just didn't work out. But yeah, he seemed like super cool. You're right. And Cowboy Cerrone showed up at a Power Slap event too, right? So what was it like meeting the Don?
So, cool story. I actually met Donald before he retired at the qualifier, and he just hung out with me. It was cool. He was just like watching me slap, asking me questions, and he was really trying to figure out what was going on and asking about the rules and whatnot. But Donald's, he's all in. He's actually got a buddy of his that he says he's getting into Power Slap. He calls him Slap Daddy. He wears overalls and looks like he'd come out the farm. But Cowboy's cool, man. That picture is special to me because I honestly I'm not the type of guy who runs up and ruins a moment by like taking a selfie with someone. You know what I mean? I like to live in the moment, and if I don't get the picture, I don't get the picture, right? Mm-hmm. And then he retired, and I'm like, fuck, that was my only chance, right? No, Donald Cerrone is a fan of Power Slap, and he's been at almost every event. So
it's funny. I believe the same way. Like it's weird. I'm a big Metallica fan from when I was a kid, and I got to fucking hang out with Lars after an event in New Jersey at the Borgata, and it was so cool. And he was drunk, and he was cheating on his wife. It was great. And and I was like, that's not his wife. But
it's not hard at the Borgata in Atlantic City. So
dude, I'm assuming you've been there, right?
Oh, I'm actually a New Jersey native. I've lived there for 21 years.
No shit. I probably party. Dude, I used to party there all the time. What was the club called? They had the B-Bar, but they had that one club. Mix? No, not. What the hell was it called? Damn, I think it was
not Bar Anticipation, is it?
I was like, I don't remember. It was like Mix and Murmur or some shit like that. I can't remember. We used to go all the time.
Familiar. Yeah. I think I know what you're talking about.
But yeah, anyway, like I didn't get a picture with him. I hung out. It was the greatest moment. Me and my boys were there. I didn't get a picture. So from that point on, I was like, all right, I got to get a picture with anyone that I fanboy over. But you're right. Like if you're working in a situation and you're kind of just networking, it's weird. You don't want to just be like, yo, can I have a picture? Like it's fucking goofy, right?
Well, yeah. I mean, like Donald's Cowboy Cerrone, of course, I'm a mega fan. Been watching him since WEC days. I was a little kid literally breaking the rules, staying up at night, getting yelled at, watching Cowboy. So it was like, man, I really, really want to get a picture with him, but he was just so like, he was like buddying up to me, you know what I mean? And I felt like if I were to do that, it would just seem so disingenuous. Yeah. Even though I'm sure he would understand, but I was like, you know what? I'm in this. I'm not going anywhere. I'm gonna see him again. And when I see him again, he's probably gonna respect me more for not breaking that moment. Like he'll probably remember it better than me just taking a fucking selfie. It kind of ruins it. But that's how I am, man. I like I like seeing things, and I like living in the moment. I'm not all about the sticking your head in the cell phone all day. You know what I
I
mean?
hear you, man. I hear you. Yeah, we like to refer to him as Daddy Cowboy. You know, that's
Daddy Cowboy.
Yeah,
Oh, that's right. Yes, yes, Daddy Cowboy.
he's our Daddy Cowboy. We have a fan in our chat that's like, we have Ann H, the knitter, who is like super cowboy fan. I mean, she would leave her husband in a second for him, and he would be fine with it because it's it's Daddy Cowboy, man.
He is a badass, bro. He loves to drink, though. That guy is sauced all the time.
Yeah, it's crazy, right? And what do you think about his new hair? Was he rocking his new hair when you saw him? I mean, he's got a whole full head of hair now. He did that whole special treatment thingy where now all of a sudden he's good to go, looking great.
Oh, is that it?
Yeah.
I mean, are you sure? I mean,
Oh yeah.
He's looking a little bit more buff too lately. I mean, there's a lot of things that probably equated to that. I mean, the TRT must be flowing. That guy looks like he's got venom flowing through his veins right now.
Yeah, it's funny. There was a post he put up, but here's his hair grown in now. Like he's got this new coif going. It's so strange, but it works.
Oh yeah, that's right. He is always bald, ain't he?
Yeah.
Well, no, he grows his hair sometimes in and out.
Hold on. Let me see if I can find his process here.
Dude, look at him.
Yeah, now, and I love the fact that he's open about it. Like he's got a good sense of humor. You know, he's like, yeah. Oh, here he's in with Nina over here. Nina's everywhere, man. That's crazy.
Oh, she's they push her real hard, but she's worth it, man. She's awesome.
Yeah. Wow, he posts a lot. All right, I would have to go back really far. Yeah,
look at that hair right there.
Yeah, look. Wow.
Jesus Christ. He
Wow,
just brought
Dad.
Miracle Grow on his scalp.
Oh, man. All right. So, Ryan, listen, I want to get to the announcement. Now everyone has been salivating for this thing. I mean, now is the moment here. We got to get to the moment of truth. We have King Ryan on the show. He was battling an injury. It was your bicep, right? Something happened with your bicep?
Yep, torn the ligament right off, brother. The thing rolled up to my shoulder.
So now oh, fuck. Now, when you were competing, you had to switch arms, right? Because you had this injury?
Yeah, so it actually happened 2 days before my fight during training. But, yeah, I never said no. I never said I'm backing down. I went in with the left and gave it my all.
There you go. So now, man, that's a tough son of a bitch. A lot of people would have tapped out, says, no, I'm not going to do this. And you're like, let me bang, bro, right?
It actually drove me even further to compete because I wanted to prove something, and I just was all in, man.
Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, make sure you place that like in the upright position. Go follow _King_Ryan Phillips, because here on the MMA-Holes, we have a special announcement.
So let's get into it. First, October 25th, Power Slap 5. It's the return of the king, baby. I'm performing. I'm competing. You'll see it live and free on Rumble. You'll see the Chaos Machine going up, going to war. But who is it against? Well, it's against one of the greatest of all time. The greatest heavyweight of all time. Darius the Destroyer. Darius the Destroyer, 17-0 run. Well, one of the greatest of all time. They're definitely not giving me an easy fight. That's for sure. If I'm going up against the greatest. So, yep, October 25th versus Darius the Destroyer. 3 rounds of carnage. It's going to be pure pain. You know, he's got a young face, but I'm going to smack some wrinkles into that baby face, and we're going to get down and dirty, and you guys are just going to have a great time, I hope. So
this is breaking news here live on the MMA-Holes. King Ryan going against an undefeated, so 17-0?
Well, he went 17-0,
okay,
which is basically the record now. Unfortunately, he had some slip-ups. You know, he went 0-2. So he's 17-2 right now.
Okay.
But, yeah, that's 19 fights. He's 17-2. That's ridiculous. Darius the Destroyer gets all the respect from me. I am so excited to fight him. It's someone that, you know, of course I want the legends of the sport. You know, this guy's on the Mount Rushmore. You know, if you think of slap fighting, Darius the Destroyer is one of the heads on the Rushmore. So they're giving me what I want. I don't want any easy fights, that's for sure. You know, this is my comeback. It's crazy as fuck, but, you know, I'm the man. I'm the man to do this. I'm one of the craziest motherfuckers you'll ever meet. Even though you can see me now, you know, I'm dressed to the nines. I'm professional, company man. But when it's time to rock, you're going to see a whole nother king. It's the king of demons at that time, the king of kill. Styling, profiling, but killing on the stage. Killer Ryan's here, baby. Let's go.
Here he is, and here he is. He's giving up something to the gods, it looks like. I mean, King Ryan's about to make his return. Breaking news. It's going down October 25th.
Boom. You know it. Live and free, like I said. Rumble, baby.
There we go.
Download it now.
So we spoke about this. So now we have an opponent, okay? Now we find out who your opponent is. And here on the MMA-Holes, we'd like to throw something out there to King Ryan. We said this on last night's stream. If King Ryan does get the victory on October 25th, hand raised. I mean, not if, when he does. Instant moderator of the MMA-Holes. It's a guaranteed lock. He's solidified. He goes down in history as one of the greatest MMA-Holes of all time. And he also said he might. Are you going to give us a shout-out if you get that hand raised?
Oh, I'm going to give you a shout-out before we even fight. I'm just going to shout you out as much as I can.
Let's go! King Ryan! Come on!
I'm going to be like, what's up, Mr. MMA-Holes, my boys.
That's right, chat. Go fucking wild right now. King Ryan's gonna give us a shout out. Come on, chat. Come on, you motherfuckers.
Yeah.
Go crazy. We're not here to take part. King Ryan's about to destroy October 25th.
Baby. I'm making the MMA-Holes big. Let's go.
That's it. That's it. It's over, baby. Chat's going nuts! They're going crazy!
Let's go.
Holy crap, this is craziness, man. This is madness on a Wednesday night.
Amazing. My hair is standing up.
So this is exciting. So how long has it been since you've actually competed now?
I mean, I got injured at the end of December, so you know it's a good 9 months, nine or 10 months.
So what do you think? Like, are you going to be able to have that confidence back in there? Like, how are you going to, off a long layoff, how are you going to get back in there and, you know, give your best performance?
You know, it's, I didn't really want to give too much away, but I've been working this whole time, man. Even injured, I've been working. So, like I said, you're going to see a whole nother beast. Darius is someone, you know, everyone's got me over Darius. A lot of people, a lot of my friends are saying that, and who knows, my friends could be just be telling me I'm gonna win, but they think Darius might. Who knows? But it's real, man. I'm coming in with more power than ever. I still got the best power in the league. Everyone hits the power cube. They can't even touch the number I got, and I'm only gonna raise the bar even further. You know, when the King of Kings steps on that stage, it's a whole nother power slab. This is my league. This whole league would be completely different if I didn't get injured. I'll tell you that. You know, when I was in the league, it was millions of views. Kind of dipped down now. We're going back to millions of views, and the MMA-Holes are coming with me.
Let's go. And I want to ask you, I'm pumped up, man. October 25th, we're going to do a reaction stream to it. I might even drag a fighter on for the hell of it. We're going to have some fun over here. Is your opponent in this picture?
Nope.
Okay,
he's not.
All right, who is this guy?
The greatest of all time, all the way on the left there with that red beard, Wolverine is. He's a legend.
So Wolverine. So that's the guy. So that's the GOAT. That's the Mount Rushmore, the first head on Mount Rushmore right there?
Yep, him and Darius right there. Actually, Wolverine fought Darius 3 times and lost.
Okay.
And then he actually joined Power Slap, obviously, and him and Darius had a match with Power Slap, and he beat Darius. So, no,
okay.
AJ Hints is not trans.
We actually discussed that last time. Yeah, he's not. He's a man, right?
Oh, he's a good dude,
okay.
Man. He's a great dude. He, you know, I guess I get why everyone says he's trans, but I mean the dude's a pimp.
We don't know. We're just being assholes here. But when we watched it the first time, I was like, wait a second. I'm like, I was shocked when they were like, this guy is. I'm like, guy. I'm like, wait, what? I thought he had breasts, but he hits like a fucking truck, that dude, huh?
Yeah, he's a badass, man. He's a bad motherfucker.
Yeah. They're saying Slap Jesus. Is that someone?
Slap Jesus was honestly one of the most psychotic characters that we had ever in Power Slap. So psychotic that he actually got his ass kicked out. So
Slap Jesus. Let me find. So what is this gentleman's name that you're competing against? I want to find his Instagram.
Yeah, pull him up. Darius, Darius.
Okay.
The Destroyer.
Darius. Okay, the
Yeah,
Destroyer.
you type that in, it should be right there. It's like a blue picture with his big noggin.
Okay, I think I got it here. All
Yeah.
right, Darius. Oh, Ryan, you're gonna kill this guy. You're gonna kill him. I can tell by this guy's face. No offense. I mean, this guy would kick my ass, but I
He's
think
a great dude, man. He's such a good guy, man. I have the utmost respect for him, but yeah, he's in for a war, man. It's gonna be a bad day.
I feel bad for this guy already, man. I'm looking. He doesn't even deserve this opportunity here. I mean, so he was the main. So Power Slap 1, he was the main event, huh?
He was the coach. Yeah, he was. Him and Wolverine were the coaches of season 1.
Oh, okay.
So, like I said, yeah, him and Wolverine are the legends of the sport. They're on the Mount Rushmore.
So it's like the student going after the coach right now. Like, and even though you're a coach too, it's got to be a very interesting matchup here.
Oh, it is. The president of Power Slap is going nuts. He even told me this is one of his favorite matches. Yeah, this is the old school versus the new school, man. That's the GOAT right there, the heavyweight GOAT.
Wow,
I'm going up against him.
This is exciting. So yeah, they're not giving you what they call a tune-up fight.
This is for anyone going in other than me. This is probably one of the worst return matches ever.
Wow.
But they know me. They know that I'm built for war. When you see me get up there, you can't expect anything less than just complete chaos. Like, I'm going up there to take your fucking head off. I'm going to be the first person to rip a face off in Power Slam. So, just tune in, watch out. I wouldn't feel bad for Darius, but it is going to be a bad day. I'm hitting with so much power, and I'm just so excited, man. Like I said, the blue balls of Jupiter are going to be drained that night.
Wait, do they let you, like, when you walk out and stuff like that, can you wear like sponsored things or anything like that? Or it has to be old Power Slap stuff?
Yeah, it's not. We can't really push those boundaries yet.
Okay.
It's they keep it uniform, but sometimes they let you get away with a little bit more.
Okay.
Really haven't seen how much we can get away with. I know that Dana was like, "Hey, did you get any cool sponsors or anything yet?" And I'm like, "Oh, we can have sponsors." So I loaded up on sponsors. But no, I don't think so. But if you want me to write like MMA-Holes on my ass, and then I'll pull my pants down after I win.
I was gonna send you like a hat or some shit like that or something. I don't know if you want to run around with that thing. That'd be cool.
Yeah, if you give me something like that, I will gladly wear MMA-Holes gear on any of my interviews or anything like that.
Yeah, we'll send something to you anyway, just for being a good sport here. And
that's dope, man. I appreciate it.
Yeah, it'd be cool. So all right, do you have a second for some chat questions? You want to talk to the chat real quick?
Oh yeah, I'd love to. Of course.
All right, chat, here we go. The King of Kings, he is about to get his hand raised and beat a very tough foe going down October 25th. It's on Rumble, and we're going to react to it live here on this channel. I tell you what, we might be Power Slap fans. It might have happened tonight. Tonight might be the night that just moves us in the direction of Power Slap. We're going to give it another go, and how could we not root for this man next to us? So chat, if you have any questions for the King of Kings, now's the time. Now's the time. What happened to Chris Thomas? Okay, Chris Thomas. Who is that?
Chris Thomas. He is the lightweight champion.
Okay.
Not one of my favorite people, but yeah, he got suspended for steroids, being on drugs that got him off drugs.
Oh wow.
So he says. But yeah, he got in major trouble with that. Suspended, and don't know what he's doing. Honestly, don't even care because I think he sucks.
Okay. Wow. So they must have known you didn't like. Was this vocal on the show or something like that you guys didn't like each other?
No, I actually really liked Chris Thomas for a while there until he just out of nowhere started talking shit. And when you disrespect me, I forgave him for a little bit, but I just he just kept going. So no, we're not cool.
Jason Osada wants to know, do you have any gay thoughts?
Only when I'm looking at Mystic Moss.
It's a side effect. Would you do power gay punch? Well, a lot of gay questions. What's this? Would you do power gay punch league if it happened? What is power gay punch? So I guess, how do you gay punch?
That's something for the chat. I have no idea, man.
I don't even know what that means.
I don't think about gay shit, so.
Okay. Ninja Choke says, King Ryan Phillips, bro, is there a mandatory hand washing before the slap competition? I worry about cross contamination. It's actually a great question. Do you guys have to wash your hands?
No.
Okay.
But we do have to clip our fingernails.
Okay.
So
that makes sense.
There is some touching up of the hands there. If you know.
Let's see. How can we bend the rules here, right? There's got to be something like a nice calloused hand. You don't want to go in with soft hands, right? So do you condition your skin or something? Like, what did we do? Beat off a lot?
You just take a piece of sandpaper and just start rubbing it as fast as you can on there, start it up. No, I mean, there's different ways that you can callus your hands. I mean, doing repetitions on the punching bag, that helps a little bit. But, I guess I'll let you in on a little bit of an ancient technique I have here. But I have a bag that's filled with steel BBs, and I slap that bag, and it hurts like a bitch. But man, does it callus your hand up, and it also widens the hand, so it makes it a little bit bigger.
Wow. So how many times a day do you do this, or is it like every other day?
Try to do 100 reps, both hands. I can show you the bag. Right here.
Yeah, let me see this. I mean, it sounds ridiculous, but it makes sense. So, okay. Yeah. So, and show us exactly what you do. Let's see. Can I see what you... Okay, all right, guys, we're going to get... This is actually... Look at this. I bet he hasn't done this on an interview. Look at this.
You see it?
Yeah. Okay.
So just slap it. Slap the shit out of
it. You should put your opponent's face on that bag, to give you some extra,
My opponent's face is in my mind, and I'm keeping his face off.
Do you have to get yourself, you said you actually like this guy, right, Darius? Do you have to get yourself in the mindset of okay, now I fucking hate this guy? Do you have to think that, or can you be cool with the dude and just slap him?
It's for me, I have to find that inner hate, in order to perform at my best ability, I guess you could say. So it's a little tough for me. But really, right now, this is kind of for me and him. It's kind of a make or break. I'm 0-2 in power slap, unfortunately, and he's 0-2 in power slap as well. So we're top tier competitors. My 0-2 has asterisks all over it because the injury, and when I fought One Eyed Wolf, there was no rules, and I still won. And if they actually called the One Eyed Wolf, would have got disqualified. So, they know I'm not 0-2, but my record shows that I'm 0-2. But I think it's a make or break for both of us. So I don't care if he could be fucking Brad Pitt or one of my favorite actors of all time. I'm gonna go in there and take your fucking head off, man. I'm not losing my job.
There you go. And what's the evolution of the rules from Power Slap 1 to Power Slap 5 over here? What are we looking at? Differences, major differences. I noticed, for instance, when I was watching some of your highlights, you did move. You can't roll with it, right? With the slap, you kind of got to stay still, or can you move a little bit?
You can roll with it.
Okay.
You have a little bit of a leeway because if you read the rule, because when you hear the word flinching, right, you automatically assume it's immediately when the guy moves. Like any sort of movement is a flinch, right?
Uh-huh.
But that's not what it is in power slap. Power slap, a flinch is if you are moving away from the full contact of the slap. But that doesn't mean you can't move. So I can go a little bit like this. So when the slap's coming,
okay.
The technique on how to roll, when the slap's coming, you kind of loosen your neck up and you kind of start going like this.
Okay.
So it'll come in and you're already moving like this, but it's going to hit you full force, but you're already going that way. So you're trying to have the force go out of your head. You know what I mean?
Got you. So you could do that.
I mean, go ahead.
So you could. So what would be a flinch then? So you just can't turn it too.
A flinch would be like this.
Oh, okay.
getting all the way out of the way, or if the person's gonna hit you like this, they hit you like this, like like you're missing, like you're making someone miss. That's basically a flinch.
Okay. There's an interesting question in the chat, and let me pull it up over here. If you could pick anyone to slap, who would it be? So if you think about this, like you ask a UFC fighter, who's your dream fight? We could ask you guys, who's a dream person to just slap?
So my dream person to slap is Wolverine, the guy that with the beard that I was hanging out with in that picture.
Okay.
He's the reason why I'm doing this. I've when COVID hit, I sat there and I watched reruns of Wolverine. I'm like, man, I could beat this guy. I think I could do it because no one's beating him really. But me, I'm like, man, I want to go in. I want to test myself against the Wolverine. So I was already like, man, trying to get myself built up to go against the best in the world. But outside of the sport, like a celebrity, I don't like. Who I don't really like, and it's not that I even like watch them. I just seen a couple things about them. But like Ethan Klein and like Hassan Piker, like those guys.
Yeah, I get it.
Like,
you want to smack the Jew out of him,
bro? Yeah, they're just bitches. Like,
yeah, Ethan Klein's like a whiny fat baby. Like it's like, dude, like I get what he's doing. He's like this more woke, like Howard Stern's all woke now and kind of annoying to a lot of people. But he's like taking that and even more annoying. Like it's weird what he's doing. I get it.
Yeah, I just don't like feminine guys like that. Cucks. Like he's a cuck.
Yeah,
I would put
like
him
that.
under that category.
Yeah. What about Steiny on the Nelk Boys? That Steiny guy that always gets shit from. Do you know who he is?
No, I don't know who that is. No.
Okay, he's like the sidekick.
Is he a dick? If he's a dick, then yes.
He's kind of a dick. Yeah. All right. What about this? You ever watch the Flagrant podcast? It's got Schultz. What's his name? Something Schultz.
Oh, Andrew Schultz.
Andrew Schultz, yeah. He's got a sidekick that he's so slappable. He's like, I guess he's Indian or something like that. I don't know what he is. He's like this little twink that sits next to him. And he's just like this fucking, I don't know. I just want to fucking slap him off the seat every time I see him. You know what I'm talking about, this guy?
I've seen him. I know who you're talking about. I don't know his name, but I can agree. I can agree.
All right. Interesting.
Have you ever anything like that? Like any guy who is a man, but they're trying to like be something completely different, or starts doing the identifying thing, like a non-binary, like I'm a tomato today, and then tomorrow I'm a unicorn. They need to get slapped.
Yeah.
Slapped.
Yeah, there's a lot of that on. Now I know why you don't like Twitter, because there's a lot of that going on. There's a lot of interesting people. Anyway,
you know it now.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. By the way, UFO in the chat says he's actually a pretty big fan of Power Slap. He's basically watched all the events, so he's a big fan.
Thank you so much, man. It's really appreciated because I go up there and I really want to put on a show, and it's for you guys. I want to entertain. It's not that I'm trying to go up there and be a star. Obviously, yeah, I am, but I mean, I'm really doing this to just have fun and just have people entertain, and just that's all I've been in my life. I love to entertain. I love to make people laugh, and I just appreciate people who can open themselves up to something new. This is something new.
Absolutely. Listen, I have nothing but respect for you, because you're in an uphill battle here. You're like the face of something that either people love or hate, right? It's like there's no in the middle. Like it's people are like, oh, you're a fucking asshole for doing this. Oh, this is great. I love it. And this could be something massive down the road, but we don't know until it happens. So you've been rolling with the punches over here. You're nothing but a nice guy. And no matter what happens on the 25th, even though I know you're going to win, you're an MMA hole. It's official, and we can't wait to see that wrench next to your name when your hand is raised. Okay, Ryan?
Hell yeah, baby. It's all day. I'm not losing this match. I'm going to bring it home, and I want that fucking mod status.
There you go. So to the people out there, to the doubters, to the people that are saying, oh, King Ryan can't do it, to the people that say Power Slap is ridiculous, all those haters out there on the internet, what do you say to them?
Fuck you! That's what I say. Shove it up your ass. Baby. You're making me famous.
Well put.
I'll slap the shit out of you.
You know, has anyone asked you, hey, Ryan, can you slap me? Like you see guys asking to get rear naked choked. You get asked that?
God, yes, it was awful. When I first got back after the show, you know, my friend threw a party, and a lot of people I didn't know, and everyone was like, "Hey, can you slap me? Can we try it? I want to try it. You can't knock me." And I get some hate mail in the Instagram sometimes, like, "Oh, I could take anything you got," or stupid shit like that. Like, no, you can't.
That's so funny, man. When you hear fighters getting that, and now you guys are getting that as well, like, dude, it's like, what is going on? I can see people trying to pick a fight with you in the street because you're a power slap dude. It's like, come on, man. Like, it's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, I even offered to fly some guy out here and just to go on a little bit of a 5-rounder pounder in the ring, some gloves on, and yeah, he didn't want none of this. But yeah, everyone's got something to say until shit gets real, and then when shit gets real, no one wants to be a gangster.
There you go. Well, Ryan, you handled this like a true gentleman, considering I'm a complete casual with this stuff. You rolled with the questions. You gave us the answers we needed and desired, and we can't wait to see you compete on the 25th. If there's any sponsors or anything like that or any shout-outs, now's the time to do that.
Yeah, let me get some shout-outs. We got a big shout-out here. We're going to go with the Turp House Farms. They're my homies. We got some roll-ons, CBD freezes, all your what do you call alternative medicines. Go to Turp House, turphouse.com, I believe. Also, we got the 420 Blaze, Just Blaze Clothing. Homies right there, the justblazeclothing.com. They're a part of my sponsorships too. Go check them out. Planet Hank. If you guys like bare knuckle fighting, Planet Hank is the place to be. Search him on YouTube. He's a great guy, also a sponsor. Cafe 40 in Pennsylvania and the IndieConnection.com are also sponsors of mine. And I just want to spread the love, man. I greatly appreciate your guys' support. I actually watched the MMA-Holes before I even became a power slap athlete. So this is it's really cool that we're all friends now, and I'm glad to be a part of the family, and I hope I can become that mod, baby. I'd love to hang out with you guys more. That's really cool. I didn't even know you were in the community beforehand. I had no idea. Yeah, I mean, I was really quiet, but I was here. You
That's
probably
cool.
don't remember my screen name, but you probably look it up one day and see how long ago it was.
Yeah, that's interesting. It's funny. Who is it? There's been UFC fighters as well. But they found us in the weirdest ways. Like when we interviewed people that are connected to the Brendan Schaub universe. Like Adrian Yanez hit me up and he's like, I've been watching you guys because of that shit. And I'm like, that is why you watch this.
So
but whatever.
So
man.
I think how I found you guys is because of Fight Circus and the Full Metal Dojo.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's like you interacting with them helped me find you guys through that interaction. It was cool.
Gotcha. Yeah, Fight Circus is awesome. I love those guys. I gotta, dude. Did you watch their last event?
Oh yeah, fuck yeah, dude.
So
I love Fight Circus, bro.
Yeah, they're awesome.
They're so crazy. That the head guy is just ridiculous.
He's nuts,
The
dude. The guy's
guy?
Yeah, he's bonkers. So if they were to call you up and say, "Hey, we want to fly you to Taiwan, to do something," you could do that, right? Like Dana White, are you obligated to just do power slap, or like how does that work?
I would have to ask first, but I don't think they would have a problem, and I definitely wouldn't have. I would love that. That would be amazing.
Oh, dude, we gotta. Actually, you know what? I'll fucking send them a message or something. If you're definitely down for, I think they would 100%. Dude, would it like a slapping?
That would be so much fun, bro. It's really funny though because I lived in the Philippines, and I did a freak show event like that where I had a 2-versus-1, but there were 2 midgets, and I just pushed them around for 3 minutes, and then I got paid like a couple pesos for it.
That's amazing. That is amazing. I know it's Thailand, but I say Taiwan. I say I don't know. I just make shit up. That's how I work.
Southeast Asia. That's all.
Yeah, same shit. Yeah. Listen, Ryan. Thank you. Appreciate you coming on, and can't wait, man. 25th, right around the corner. This is in Vegas when it's happening.
Yeah, it's at the Apex Center in Vegas, the 25th. I can't wait to put on the fucking hell of a show for you guys. I'm gonna give you something sweet. I got something brewing for Darius the Destroyer. I don't want to give it away, but like I said, he's in a lot of trouble. I heard from the grapevine he was trying to back out. I'm not trying to say anything, but I mean, I'm ready. I'm coming in for the kill.
Let's go. Fired up. Listen, I'm back in. 25th, we're going to do a fight reaction to it. Can't wait to see it. And good luck. We don't have to give that to you because we know you're already going to get the win. But anyway, good luck anyway. And we'll be watching your journey. Okay, Ryan?
Yeah, baby. MMA-Holes, #1, baby. That's right. The King's bringing it home. See you boys at the top.
There we go. The King of Kings, Ryan Phillip. Thank you, Ryan. There he is on the MMA-Holes Live. What an appearance, guys. Holy smokes, what an appearance. Listen, we're going to give it a go, baby. We're going to give it a go. And MMA-Holes going to war, we got to support them. All right? That's how this works over here. Now we got to watch. We're back in. We were just doing streams, Power Slap 1, bringing on Jordan Levitt and Devin Clark and Bellator athletes and whatever. And we're like, what are we watching here? We're back. We're back the 25th. It's a Wednesday night. Doesn't go against anything that we're really doing. Okay? We're going to give it a go. It's on Rumble. It's free. So in the chat, if you're going to join us for the cringe, the carnage, let me know right now with a 1 in the chat if you're involved. And if he gets his hand raised, which he will, I'm going to make him an instant moderator of the chat. He's going to join the army. He's already part of the army, but he's going to join the blue club over there. Let's go, chat. Let's go. Ninja Chokes in. UFO's in. Let's go. Vince is in. Two Joints is in. Lil D is in. Jax in. Bob Cratchit in. Captain Sausage. We're all in, baby. We're all in. When an MMA hole goes to war, we must ride with them into the fire.
Wonderful.
All right, let's give it a go. I'm pumped. How did we get sucked back in? How did it happen, baby? How did it happen? All right, let me look at this UFC Vegas card that's happening this weekend. Then we're going to wind it down. Thank you, King Ryan, for coming on the show. If you can go on our social at the MMA Holes, if you could share our tweets, our Instagram, put the stream out there, hit the like button if you haven't done so. I appreciate that. But let's look at this card that's happening this weekend, Dawson versus Green. And if there's anything in particular you'd like to talk about in the chat, let me know. As Casey Jones, thank you. I do yearn for carnage. I did see your donation that came in before, and I wanted to give you your proper due here. So let's just do that real quick here for Casey. I don't even know if he's in the chat, but
I need a devastating finish. I need a fatality. I need to vote for carnage. Make babies with carnage. Enjoy pancakes with carnage. Play jokes on carnage now.
All right, so carnage incoming. So funny. There's a company called Big Shots. I don't know if you guys have heard of this company, but they make like UFC pillows and stuff, like of the fighters here. I'll give them a pop here real quick. Big Shots. You guys ever hear of this company? This is actually pretty funny. There we go. Big Shots. So get Big Shots. We follow each other on Instagram. See, look, they make like why does this keep popping up? Go away. So they make like the Michael Chandlers. They make these dolls. Here's a little Street Fighter action. So this pillow over here, this is crazy. Like, I didn't even know. Oh shit, I did comment on this. So this is such a funny story. Here, let me tell you guys a story. So, dude, I have fucking no idea. All right, so they put this post out, and every once in a while, if I see a post, I'll give it engagement. I'll put a heart on it, but I don't really see much. Like, I don't really pay attention to much. But I liked it, and I just put fire on it. I was like, oh, that's cool. A 30th anniversary pillow for Big Shots. Apparently, this is part of a contest. I had no fucking idea. So it said, follow Big Shots, tag 3 friends, which I didn't. Shh. And let's see. We'll announce a winner September 27th. from a random drawing. So they sent me a message and they say, you won. I'm like, won what? Like, what the fuck? So we won this pillow, apparently. Let's go. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give this pillow back. I'm probably going to put this on the Fuko Friday wheel or something, so you guys get a chance to get this pillow or something like that. It's kind of cool. 30th anniversary. There's, it's a unique pillow. But they got some cool stuff over there. If you're into, like, novelty, like, goof, the guy has Bula. Here, Keiichi and Pori. Are they in the same room or did they Photoshop them together? That doesn't look like... Dude, that'd be hilarious if they're in the same room doing this. But look at that. They got their pillows. There's Sean O'Malley with his pillow.
Save time on training.
That's music here. There's Sean O'Malley. And they all got their pillow. They all have their pillows. So yeah, we'll just give it back to the community over here. It was nice of them. I didn't even know I was in the contest. But yeah, I don't know how the fuck I won. It was almost like there was a bobblehead, MMA bobblehead. They had a contest for Cowboy Cerrone, and I did know it was a contest, but didn't even think we were gonna win. And we fucking won that too, and we gave that to Ann H. So if we win a giveaway, unless it's like, I don't know, we're probably gonna give everything away to the community. If we win a giveaway, a cool thing, or if it's a sponsorship, I'm just gonna give it back to the community. So it's kind of cool. Fuko Friday, tune in. When we get the pillow, I'll throw it on the wheel, and you have a chance for the booth book or the pillow. Oh God. But yeah, they're pretty cool. This is Sean O'Malley. There you go. So go check out Big Shots. I'll get their pillows. Fun stuff. Maybe I'll get one for Ellie. Y'all seen Sugar's video question to Cheeto Vera and Theo? No, I did not. Sean's video question to Cheeto Vera while on the Theo Von podcast. No, can you send that? Can you send that to me? Discord or at the MMA-Holes somewhere. Let me know where you sent it. I'll play it. I didn't. I would like to see that. How about Power Structure coming in with a powerful donation? Thank you, Power Structure. I appreciate you. We'll let that play. Theo letting Shug Bomb in. I didn't see that. Remove the gray wall, more aquarium. I can't. You want me to take down that wall? What? Actually, you want more aquarium? Here, I'll give it to you. Oh, check this out. There you go. You're welcome. There's a lot of aquarium in there. A lot of aquarium. Okay, that's all you get. That's all I'm giving you. That's all I'm giving you guys. I know I don't give you enough aquarium, right? I probably should give you more. What the fuck, bro? Ouch. What did Ryan do? I actually chipped my shin bone in 2 different places a few months ago. I'm not... Oh, my God, dude. That sounds very painful. Alrighty. Let's see what we got here. Let's see what we got. So this card altogether is just not a bad card. It's just the main event is just... Like, I like Bobby Green. He's fun. But Grant Dawson's going to murder him. Unranked Bobby Green going into this thing. It is what it is. It'll be interesting to lead up to this thing. Today is Wednesday. Oh, they probably did the media scrum. How cringe was Bobby during the media scrum? Should I play it? Is it worth playing? Is Jess calling Jones Stipe? I don't know why. Free to chill. Why do you? I don't even know what I'm going to do tomorrow. I have no clue. Just tune in and find out. Every time I see Free to Chill in the chat, he's like, "Is Jess calling this fight?" I have no idea. No clue. But tune in and find out. I found the video on Discord. All right, let me check it out. Okay, let's see. Alrighty. Let's see. I did not see it. Yeah, if there's anything weird that you want me to play, I'll play it. Just let me know, because here we go.
Ah, super chat.
Thank you, Power Structure. Thank you.
I have an idea for a headbutt leak called Power Butt. Do not Google Power Butt.
I won't. I definitely won't. Thank you, man. Appreciate the $4.99. Appreciate that. All right, so let's see this. What is this here? Oh boy. I stopped with the words on my shorts. Like, I noticed all these shorts are coming out and there's like these pop-up words. I stopped doing it. I was like, everyone's doing that shit. It's annoying. I bet this guy's gonna do it too.
Okay, so Cheeto
Like he's doing it too. Like this is why I'm not doing it anymore. It's so annoying.
Rivera was on
Okay, all right, here we go. And then fucking words are popping up on the screen. It's just like, it's complete autism.
a podcast, Theo Vaughn's podcast, and he has a segment where fans can send in a question, and Sugar Sean sent in a question trolling Cheeto Vera.
Cheeto, what up, bro? It's your friend Sugar Sean. I'm just wondering if you actually thought you won that one fight. Let me know your thoughts.
I will.
Theo says he doesn't think it counted. Let me know.
I know. Theo said me
I did
that
not
too.
say that.
The fuck was that? What was that? The video? What the fuck was that? What was that? Dude made a short of that. What the fuck was that? Are you guys fucking trolling? What was that? That couldn't have been the video.
Come on, get loud, MMA
You
holes
bastards.
in the crowd.
Oh my god, dude.
Come on, get loud, MMA holes in the crowd.
Oh boy.
Got MMA holes in the crowd. MMA holes in the crowd.
Oh boy.
MMA holes in the crowd.
Look, there's Sean Hart with the MMA Holes logo.
Yo Ryan, thanks for the awesome interview.
Yes, thank you to Ryan for stopping by. Great time. Like I said, it's not typically what we do over here, but I have so much fun outside of the box doing things like that. I like, I'm a bad interviewer doing an interview where I barely know about the subject, but I try to do things different, right? I could have done a ton of research and said, hey, what was it like when this happened? And no, I'd rather interview like if I'm a casual about something, I don't want to be a fucking phony and pretend I know about something I don't. If I don't know much about Power Slap, I'm going to interview that person like a casual would interview him. And maybe people don't think that's professional or whatever, but here on the MMA Holes, that's what works for me. And I got to be honest, like I thoroughly enjoyed that conversation with Ryan. I want to make it like I'm on the phone with him and we're just having a fucking talk, a chat, We're sitting down, we're having coffee, and we're just shooting the shit. So I really enjoyed that interview. And if you just jump it in now, run it back, let me know in the comment section what you thought about Ryan. Even if you're not into Power Slap, I would imagine that you think Ryan's a good guy. How could you not like the guy, So I enjoyed it very much. And thank you, B-Man. I appreciate that $6 donation. Very kind of you. Now back to that Sean O'Malley clip. What was that? Not in a gay way. Damn it, sausage. Hey, Knitter, how you doing? How you doing? I was going to say buddy. You're not my buddy. You're my babe. He was happy too. We'd rather you just be yourself, Dad, not a phony like Seinfeld. Yeah, a lot of interviewers, they do it like a ton of research, and that's the professional, like that's the traditional way of interviewing people. I noticed the Nelk Boys, they don't do much research, but they're obnoxious dicks about it. I try to be as, casual and humble as possible and say, just be transparent. Like, hey, listen, it's not my cup of tea, but I want to learn. Why should it be my cup of tea? And I feel like that does, it helps Power Slap more than me just being a fucking shill, I like the Luana interview. Great stuff. I'm still getting comments on that thing. Yeah, Luana was interesting. I need to interview more Mark. I have Mark Harley and those people on. We get a gazillion views. But, these interviews are more fun for me. I don't know. I like talking to interesting people. Slap fighting, there is no defense. No. Well, you brace yourself, and apparently you can roll with it, which I didn't know. Like, you can kind of roll with that. I thought that was a foul, but apparently it's not. So, the 25th, I'm gonna give it a go again. Mike Hunt was a great interview. Kramer's the best when he slides. Yeah, Kramer's he's the GOAT until he went into that racial tirade. That got me hooked. What's that? Oh wait, UK MMA Johnny, you got in through Luana. Is that how you found us? Was it through that'd be hilarious. I think a lot of people did find us through that. Like I said, Adrian Yanez, I was like, because he was like, oh, I've seen your stuff before. I was like, oh, cool. I was like, what did you, like, I'm thinking maybe you saw a Fight Reaction or something like that. He was just like, no. He's like, I got in through the Mark Harley stuff. I was like, that is how you got in? Whenever I'm feeling down, I just think of you imitating Amanda Nunes. I'm glad to be of service. Fights you're looking forward to this weekend: Morano versus. All right, let's look at this card. So I haven't really paid much attention to the card, but all in all, it's a pretty good fight night. Like it's not bad. The main event I feel like is very lopsided. If Bobby Green puts up a fight and it goes deep into this thing and it's kept standing up, it could get interesting. But Dawson is just too, for me, it feels like too much of an overpowering lopsided matchup in favor of Grant. And Grant is a favorite in this fight. If the lines get remotely close, I'm 100% putting money on him. But Pyfer versus Alassane, maybe not star power for a co-main event, but Pyfer's a fucking gem. Like, he's a fan guy. Like, people love Pyfer. And he's a big favorite in this fight over here for a good reason. The guy is fun. Al Hassan is an aggressive, angry man. Let's go. Give it to me. I love it. I was actually looking forward to Piper's return, so this is pretty cool. Buckley versus Morano. Morano is the type of guy that just never gives up. There's nothing fancy about him. He's just a hard-nosed guy that just goes in there and gets his hand raised. Whereas Buckley's got like the most highlight reel finish of all time. He's a very good striker, different weight class. Let's go. Good matchup. Drew Dober against Ricky Glenn. All right, Dober's a big favorite over here. Let's see if we see the Drew of old, or does Ricky Glenn shock the world? No matter what, Dober's always in an exciting fight. Alex Hernandez has been a lot more interesting as of late. He's fighting Algeo. It isn't Algeo. Isn't this Baby Hulk's boy? By the way, Baby Hulk has a fight coming up too. From Street Beefs, I think this is his dude. Hold on a second. Let me just double check. I'm curious. I got so many tabs open. Let's see. I think that is that dude. Yeah, I think it is. I think. I don't know. I can't remember. Philip Lynn's Kuti Laba. Kuti Laba showed up at the media scrum, all fancy and shit. No beard, suit. So it's a different Kuti Laba. He's coming off a win. Kuti Laba's always in a fun fight. Like, I mean, this is crazy. Kovalevich versus Belbita. It's like, damn, man, you going to be doing Belbita like that? Like, I feel like Kovalevich should run her over the way she's looked lately. But she is 37 years of age. She's 10 years older than this smoke show over here on the right. I don't know. Like, maybe Belbita shocks us, but I don't think so. I think Carolina's going to kill her. Anyone think Belbita's going to win this fight, by the way? Does anyone even give thought to this thing? Because seems very lopsided to me. But, Kovalevich is 37. I'm shocked the run she's been on, the rejuvenation after the implants. Carolina's look good. Velveeta cheese. I'm always looking for a Kuti Lava. By the way, let me say this. So we're going to be doing our predictions on Fuko Friday. All our predictions will be on Fuko Friday. When we lock it in, we do our bets. When Fuko Friday's done, the replay, okay, is for members only. So this is what we said on the Tuesday night show last night. I just want to remind you guys, must be a member for the replay, but live, free to everybody. So when we do our predictions, show up live if you do not want to be a member. Nuñez versus Mendonca. Let's see. Demopoulos versus, the stripper's back against Murata. Munoz Jr. versus Erroli Keng. Aldrich versus Montana De La Rosa. So not a bad fight night. It really isn't. 11 fights on the card. Main event feels lopsided. This could be another one of those nights where all the favorites get it done. Who's the favorite in this one? Buckley a -2. Ooh. Moreno lost to Ponzi. I mean, wow. I tell you, don't sleep on Moreno here as an under. He kind of stands out a little bit. This could be one of those cards, though, where majority of the favorites do win. This one's pretty even, so this is like a pick 'em here. This one, let's see. This one's a tricky one, too, but Murata, wow, minus 300. Man, Demopoulos is 35. I didn't know that. Damn. She got in the game a little late, huh? Damn, she's already got how many? 5 fights in already? How did she pull off? When did that happen? Man, she's staying active, huh? So she got in the UFC. Where is it? Holy smokes. So where's the contender? Wasn't she the contender series? There it is. So she lost in the contender series, lost in LFA, won in LFA, then got a shot in the UFC, lost to JJ. Grappling, lost in Medusa, grappling. Somehow she got on the Ngannou card versus Gon. Got a submission. I think this is the one where she jumped into Bisping's arms. Or Rogan's arms. I can't remember. Huh. Interesting. Well, I don't think she's going to win. But you never know. Yeah, most likely the favorite's going to pull it. It's just called a Demopoulos. See, that's how I remember you. Just ask the same questions over and over again, and I'll definitely remember you in the chat. Oh, God, that's funny. I'm in love with the stripper. Anyway, this card should be good. On Friday night show, we will dive into it. It's going to be our circus show. We'll be back into the clickbait thumbnail and all that fun stuff over there. I want to say a big thank you to everyone that stopped by tonight. And please hit the like button, share the stream, all that fun stuff. Thank you to King Ryan for coming on the show. Looking forward to his big return to Power Slap, Apex, Wednesday night, October 25th. And on that night, we will do a reaction stream to it. Let me know in the chat, should I bring a fighter on, or should we just do it? Should we just pay attention here as MMA-Holes? Maybe we should just pay attention as MMA-Holes. I mean, because when we bring the fighters on, I get high. We're not watching. Maybe I should pay attention to it. Maybe. I don't know. Let me know in the comments down below. And thank you guys for stopping by. And don't be an a-hole. Be an MMA-hole. Good night, guys.
Super chat.
Hold on a second. I just saw Lord of the Pies. Thank you. Just dropped $4. Hey, thank you to the donors tonight. Thank you, guys. If you want to do a super thanks on a replay, you could do that as well. Thank you. Bye. Good night. See you Friday. Maybe Gummy Gang tomorrow. I don't know.